Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to IQD Dinar News. I hope you're doing well and staying informed wherever you're watching from today. This update is an important one, especially for viewers who follow the Iraqi Dinar and want to understand what is actually happening behind the headlines. There has been a lot of noise, speculation, and emotional commentary circulating recently, so today's focus is clarity, context, and economic reality. This video is not about promises, secret timelines, or guaranteed outcomes. It is about understanding Iraq's monetary position, the role of international institutions, and why responsible interpretation matters more than ever for long-term observers of the IQD. Over the years, the Iraqi dinar space has been filled with strong opinions, bold predictions, and repeated claims of imminent currency events. Many of these narratives have led to confusion, disappointment, and in some cases, financial harm. That history is exactly why it is so important to slow down, step back, and evaluate developments through a factual and institutional lens rather than an emotional one. Recently, there has been renewed discussion surrounding Iraq's monetary framework, banking reforms, and international engagement, including references to institutions like the International Monetary Fund. It is critical to understand what involvement from global institutions actually means, and just as importantly, what it does not mean. The International Monetary Fund is one of the most influential financial organizations in the world. Its role is to promote global monetary stability, provide oversight, and assist countries in implementing economic reforms. When the IMF engages with a country, it does so through structured programs, monitoring frameworks, and technical guidance. This engagement is gradual, methodical, and focused on long-term stability, not sudden currency events. For Iraq, IMF engagement reflects years of work aimed at strengthening financial governance, improving transparency, modernizing the banking sector, and aligning monetary policy with international standards. These efforts are part of a broader economic transition that Iraq has been navigating following decades of conflict, instability, and structural challenges. It is important to understand that monetary reform is not a single action. It is a process. That process involves managing liquidity, stabilizing exchange mechanisms, regulating banks, strengthening compliance systems, and ensuring that financial infrastructure can support both domestic and international transactions. None of this happens overnight, and none of it is designed to create sudden windfalls for currency holders. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the Iraqi dinar discussion is the concept of exchange rate management. Iraq operates under a managed exchange framework, where the central bank plays an active role in stabilizing the currency, controlling volatility, and maintaining economic balance. This is done to protect the domestic economy, manage inflation, and support trade, not to engineer speculative gains. Liquidity is another concept that is often overlooked. A currency's value is not just about the number printed on a note. It is about circulation, reserves, economic output, and the ability of the financial system to support transactions at scale. For a country like Iraq, ensuring adequate liquidity while modernizing its financial infrastructure is a delicate balancing act. Banking reform is central to this process. Iraq has been working to modernize its banks, improve regulatory oversight, enhance anti-money laundering controls, and integrate with international payment systems. These reforms are essential for economic credibility and international trust. Without them, no meaningful monetary transition could occur safely or sustainably. This is where viewer protection becomes extremely important. Whenever there is increased discussion about currency reform or international oversight, scams inevitably follow. Fraudsters often use the names of respected institutions, dramatic language, and false urgency to pressure people into unsafe decisions. Claims of special exchange rates, private access, insider connections, or guaranteed outcomes are all major red flags. No legitimate financial institution operates through social media messages, private emails, or unsolicited phone calls. Any official monetary or banking development is communicated publicly through verified government channels, regulated banks, and established financial media. If someone is asking you to act quickly, keep secrets, or bypass official systems, that is not an opportunity, it is a warning. Patience is not just a virtue in this space, it is a necessity. Economic reform takes time because it must account for real-world consequences. Sudden currency shifts can destabilize economies, disrupt trade, and harm citizens. That is why international institutions emphasize gradual progress, careful monitoring, and risk management. It is also important to separate speculation from education. Speculation is driven by emotion, expectation, and often incomplete information. Education is driven by context, verification, and an understanding of how systems actually work. Long-term observers who prioritize education are far better positioned to protect themselves and make informed decisions. Another key point that deserves attention is documentation and preparedness. If you hold foreign currency, regardless of country, you should always know where it is stored, ensure it is authentic, and understand the regulations surrounding exchange in your jurisdiction. Banks have compliance requirements, identification standards, and reporting obligations that cannot be bypassed. Preparation does not mean rushing. It means being organized, informed, and realistic. It means understanding that no legitimate process requires panic or secrecy. The strongest position any currency holder can have is calm awareness. I also want to address the emotional side of this topic. Many people have followed the Iraqi Dinar story for a long time. That journey has included hope, frustration, and repeated cycles of excitement and disappointment. Those emotions are real, and they are understandable. But emotions should never replace judgment when it comes to financial matters. Responsible decision-making means acknowledging uncertainty. It means accepting that no outcome is guaranteed and that economic systems are influenced by global conditions, political developments, and market forces beyond any individual's control. This perspective is not pessimistic, it is realistic. The broader economic context matters as well. Iraq is working to diversify its economy, improve infrastructure, and integrate more fully into regional and global markets. These efforts support long-term development and stability. A stronger economy benefits citizens first, and currency stability is a reflection of that progress, not a shortcut around it. International engagement, including monitoring and guidance from global institutions, can help support these goals. But engagement does not equal instant transformation. It represents oversight, accountability, and incremental improvement. As discussions continue, it is vital to manage information intake carefully. Not all content creators prioritize accuracy. Some prioritize views, clicks, and emotional reactions. The safest sources of information remain official statements, regulated institutions, and established financial reporting outlets with accountability standards. If you are following updates in this space, ask yourself a few simple questions. Is the information sourced? Is it verifiable? Does it promise certainty where none can exist? Does it encourage urgency or secrecy? These questions can help you filter signal from noise. At this stage, the most responsible approach for IQD observers is awareness without expectation, understanding without assumption, preparation without pressure. That mindset protects you from scams, misinformation, and emotional decision-making. As we move forward, there will likely be more headlines, more speculation, and more claims. Some will be well-intentioned, others will not. Your best defense is education, patience, and a commitment to verified information. Before we wrap up, let me be very clear about one thing. This video is not telling you to buy, sell, hold, or act. It is not predicting timelines or rates. It is not offering guarantees. It is providing context so you can think clearly and responsibly about what you are hearing elsewhere. If you value balanced analysis, factual discussion, and viewer protection, you are in the right place. That is the mission of this channel, to prioritize clarity over hype and education over speculation. If you found this update helpful, please take a moment to like the video. Sharing it with others who are seeking responsible information helps counter misinformation and protects the community as a whole. Subscribing ensures you stay connected to future updates that focus on reality, not rumor. Thank you for watching IQD Dinar News. Stay informed, stay patient, stay prepared, and most importantly, stay safe. I'll see you in the next update.